We may have short-term a little pain, and people understand that. But long-term, the United States has been ripped off by virtually every country in the world. We have deficits with almost every country. We've been helping everybody for years. And to be honest, I don't think they appreciate it. So we're going to change that. We're going to change it fast. We're going to make America great again. Canada's been very abusive of the United States for many years. We subsidize Canada by the tune of about $200 billion a year. And for what? What do we get out of it? We don't get anything out of it. Millions of people flowed into our country through Mexico and Canada, and we're not going to allow that.
That was President Trump. Now look at this news. 280,000 Americans dead from fentanyl under Joe Biden. President Trump, he's talking tariffs also on the EU. Now, the Trump effect is taking hold. Again, Canada, China, Mexico, Panama, Venezuela, and Colombia now giving in and yielding to Trump. They are now talking trade, securing the border, taking in deportees, and more. Joining us now, Counselor to the President, Alina Habba joins us. Alina, it's always a pleasure to have you on. Show Justin Trudeau's tweet. He said he had a good call with President Trump. President Trump confirmed that. So they're going to send choppers, technology, 10,000 personnel. Can you give us more details on the deal with Canada right now?
Well, that outlines it perfectly. We have a 30-day pause right now, very similarly to what we saw happen with Mexico. They are capitulating to the fact that we have strong leadership that says you're not going to be dumping fentanyl, criminals, and all kinds of illegal activity into our country anymore. And most certainly you're not going to profit on it. America needs to profit. America needs to be put first, so that we can bring down taxes, so that we can protect our borders. And that's what we saw here. As you know, Justin Trudeau had tweeted and said that he was going to be retaliating, just like Colombia did. And then that turned around after a phone call with the strongest president and negotiator I know, President Trump.
Okay, so it's pretty striking. The far left, the U.S. media is going nuts, fear-mongering over Trump's tariffs, but they're silent about Trudeau and Mexico threatening retaliatory tariffs. So what do you make of the coverage here?
Well, I mean, the fact that Chuck Schumer is more concerned about the price of beer on Super Bowl Sunday than children that have died, than Laken Riley's bill that we just passed to make sure that this never happens again, and that the fact that we have brought down the illegal crossings by 93% in just 2 weeks tells you all. He's talking about cheese and beer. We're talking about crime, children, lives, security, and the economy. That says it all, Liz. This is a focused president, a focused administration. We are moving rapidly, and people are respecting our country. It's very clear. They're trying to fight back when he says something, and then after a conversation, they understand that we mean business. And most importantly, it will be better for them and for the world if we get a grip on this fentanyl crisis.
Yeah, to your point, by the way, show a new poll out of KPMG of 250 Canadian businesses. Half of them would have shifted their production to the U.S. if tariffs did take effect. U.S. manufacturing is now out of recession. There is a blue-collar boom already under Trump. It just expanded into positive territory in January. It's moving now northward. Can you talk to us about how rapidly China is talking now a trade deal? Canada, Mexico, Colombia, Panama. Who did I mix? They're all like talking now rapidly.
The EU will too.
The EU,
by the way,
too.
The EU will too, because he warned them. Yeah.
Is this an indication of how badly mismanaged America has been for years, given how rapidly they folded?
Imagine those numbers that are already turning, like you said, are after the detriment that we've had for 4 years. The insane inflation, the fact that 130+ million chickens were killed. We have an egg shortage because of their administration. I could go on and on and on. And one crazy fact I heard today in looking at this and looking at what Doge is doing and our cutting and also creating a fund so that we can also be wealthy is there we're spending, imagine this, $70,000 on an Irish woke play, 43 some odd thousand to have a transgender opera in another country. These are the funding that we were doing, let alone the condoms to Hamas in Gaza. I cannot tell you, when you start to look at the real details of what was happening in this last administration, how careless they were with taxpayer dollars, it is sickening. It is maddening. And if we've done this in 2 weeks, we will clean up house and put America on top very soon.
Well, here we go. Alina Haba, thanks for joining us. It's a pleasure to see you again. Thanks for joining us tonight. It's good to see you.
You too.